All right, good morning, PAX Unplugged 2019. I am here at the OP booth, also known as USAopoly, for those of you who may be a little confused. But I'm here with Ross, who's going to tell us a little bit about who he is, and then we're going to talk about some games. So why don't you take it away?
Hey, so I'm Ross Thompson. I'm a marketing manager at the OP. I do a lot of our press type things and play a lot of games and have a good time.
All right.
Yeah.
So right here in front of us we have, this is a pretty new release, right?
Yeah, brand new release. So in the past we did do a 3rd edition Clue D&D, and so now we have our new 5th edition, Clue Dungeons & Dragons. It's very cool. It ties right into the whole Descent into Avernus.
Oh, very nice.
Right, so you're playing in the Forgotten Realms, right there in Waterdeep, and essentially what the clue is one of the demons has taken over one of your adventuring party members and killed them, and then they have hidden the Infernal box, and so you need to work to find out who died, who's been taken over, what weapon was used, and then where the box is. And so you've got the whole map, and it shows all the different locations that you can go on and do the different things. You've got like Minsk and Boo, all the cool characters, from new D&D. And it's got a cool little thing going on too, where there's different locations, squares on the board, where if you go there and a question mark is rolled, you have a chance to be taken over by a demon.
Okay.
And so there's other ways to die instead of just like guessing wrong.
Sure.
So you can do that way too. And then we've also included a co-op adventure mode.
Oh, okay.
Where you're working as a team to find out what's going on. And then there's another kind of like solo mode where you're kind of going through and doing some things. So it's a neat play on Clue while also still being classic Clue as well.
Yeah, I'm looking at the back here. We've got the tokens are all really cool, right? So these look like they're actual like metal tokens. Is that right for all the different?
Yeah. So they are metal pieces, and then it's all the nice 5th edition art too. We have a cool watercolor background on a lot of these things, which is nice, and it's all fully illustrated board by our in-house team. But yeah, so you've got a lot of the items that you know from that, and so it's got a cool play on it.
Yeah, no, it looks really good, and again, other than that, it's probably standard Clue stuff, 2 to 6 players, that kind of thing.
Yeah, all that stuff too. So it's got what you know about Clue, and then we also kind of added some more into it, which is kind of what we do with our Clue games.
Which is good because, I mean, if you've played Clue once, you've played Clue a bunch of times. Right. I mean, different people's going to make a different experience, but if there's alternate versions that make it more unique, that would give people who are Dungeons & Dragons fans and are like, oh yeah, I remember Clue.
Yeah.
This may be a new reason to pick up this version of Clue to try something different.
Well, and it's fun too, so like my D&D group, like when we announced this, they're like, hey, so you're going to bring it over so we can play it, right? And I'm like, yeah, of course I'm going to do that, right? So it's got a fun way to kind of hop into like what you love about D&D. Especially right now, it's just a great time to be a D&D player.
Sure, absolutely.
Right? So it's very fun that we got to kind of make the classic game with all the new stuff. They've been a blast to work with too, so it's pretty great.
All right, so behind me here, it's almost somewhere around here. There it is. I was going to say, it's almost Christmas time. It
is almost Christmas time, and welcome to the party, pal, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. So we had a very fun time this year making games, and so we had our Gen Con announcement for Die Hard, the Nakatomi Heist game, and here it is, right, ready to go for the holidays.
That's perfect timing.
So it's a 1 to 4 player game, or it's a 1 versus all game, right? And so one person's playing as John McClane, the other players are playing as the terrorists, or the thieves.
The thieves, sure.
Right? And so the game plays in 3 acts. So you're playing the first act, the board is only just open. Okay. And then the act 2, the board folds up. And then act 3, it's a full board out.
Oh, okay, very nice.
And so John is trying to, of course, stop the thieves. And he's trying to save hostages, and then get some shoes, and get walkie-talkies, and so it's very thematic. It oozes theme, right? And so in the first act, John's trying to get some shoes, the whole thing that way. So it's a tactics-based game. So he's got cards he's playing that let him move, let him shoot, let him attack, let him do actions, and then the thieves are trying to stop John, obviously, and then also unlock the vault. Right. And so they've got cards on their turn. They're going to play down. They play face down, and then there's a main thief token. I call it the grouper token.
Sure.
Right, and then so they can pick what they're going to do out of their actions, whether it's move, shoot, and so on. But also there's a number at the top of each of the cards in the corner, and that lets them pick, if they get the right numbers, they can use those to unlock the vault as well.
Okay, very cool.
So it's an overarching umbrella kind of game, because even though there's 3 acts going on, so John only has 1 deck the whole game. Okay. So when he gets shot and takes a lot of damage, he has to discard cards out of that deck.
Okay, so and that's like his...
It's his life. Right? And then for the thieves on their vault, they can unlock everything in Act 1 and 2 if they're really, really, really on it. It's really hard to do that, but they could. Okay. And so the faster they unlock the vault, they're going to be getting more cards to draw, hurting John more, and those kind of things. So it's kind of a race to get to the end, because then John wants to swing onto to the final floor where Hans is at, and then take him out.
Sure.
And so I found most games usually end up in that last kind of couple turns where John's on the final floor. He has like 2 turns to either get Hans or they're going to unlock the vault and win the game. So it's pretty neat how that all works out.
And now, about how long does a typical game take? 90 minutes? Okay.
90 minutes.
Obviously, that could be faster.
Yeah. Usually it's about 90 minutes, but once you kind of get the flow of the game going on, you're at that point you're trying to figure out, okay, do I want to move there? Who's moving what around? So it's all pretty good.
And this is available now?
Available now. Yeah, everything is good to go. Everything we have here at the show is available now in stores. So we're celebrating our 25 years as a company this year.
Congratulations.
And so we've got, thank you. Yeah. So all kinds of games are out. So our Talisman games, our Die Hard game, It game, Toy Story, Harry Potter. It's a good celebration of the things we have out this year.
And about how much does Die Hard run?
So Die Hard's going to be $40.
Okay.
And then it's got all the cards and tokens and minis and everything you do. So.
Oh, and I didn't ask about Dungeons & Dragons Clue. How much does that run?
Yeah, so Clue is also going to be, I forget.
Okay,
so
we'll cut that in later.
Yeah, I was like, there we go. But
and that's available now as well?
It's available now as well.
And where, if people want to pick it up, where, I mean, I know you guys are out in like major big box stores and stuff. But
we're everywhere, but obviously, buy local, go to your game store and buy there. Everybody carries us.
Okay.
And then if not, wherever you buy games.
Okay.
So.
Very cool. And we're going to stop the video here. We're going to bring it in a little bit closer so we can talk about Harry Potter, because we have an actual demo table and there's actually a game happening right now.
Yeah, it'd be good.
So we can get a look at that. So we'll be right back. Yeah.
There we go.
Yep. All right. So we're going to talk about Harry Potter. Was this Death Eaters Rising?
Death Eaters Rising. Yeah. So it's based on our Rising engine world. So we have our Thanos Rising,
right.
our Dark Side Rising, which came out this year too, which is EMEA only. It's the Star Wars one.
Sure.
And then we have our Harry Potter Death Eaters Rising. So in this game, you're playing as factions from Order of the Phoenix, Hogwarts staff, and then Dumbledore's army.
Okay.
And so you're recruiting heroes from around the wizarding world to fight against Voldemort and the Death Eaters. So what's different in this game compared to like Thanos is you can fight directly against Voldemort.
Oh, okay.
So once you defeated enough Death Eaters, then you can unlock Voldemort essentially and then start going right for him. So you'll go to his location, start fighting him off and doing all that kind of stuff. And there's a lot more synergy and cooperativeness in the game too. So you can spend more of your dice instead of recruiting heroes. You can, hey, my ability says I can heal 3 guys over here, or I can remove some location stuff, or a lot of different things. So it's got a lot of cool depth to it. Okay, yeah.
And this is, again, I'll have some close-up footage of the actual game, because you have this really cool Voldemort figure here, the center.
Oh, yeah.
I know you had that for Thanos too.
Right.
And this is out now, as with everything.
Out now.
And this looks like it says on the side here, 2 to 4, 60 minutes. Is that about right?
That is totally right. And then what's kind of cool too, it's so we have the white packaging on it, but when you pull it up,
oh, I like that.
It's really, really nice sorting hat in there too.
Yeah, this is for multiple layers of design here. I'm really digging this.
So do you see the other thing going on there?
So I see Harry and Voldemort.
Yeah, there you go.
I see the sorting hat, but then there's all the wands being raised and Hogwarts. This is a slick looking box.
Very, very cool art. That's all by us too, which is very nice. So it's pretty cool to see that all going on. But yeah, the game is fantastic. I was literally playing on Tuesday before we came out.
Okay.
So it's a good dice engine checking game where you're getting stuff up, and it's very challenging.
Okay.
If you play Thanos, a game is difficult, but this game I think is revved up just a little bit more.
Okay, very nice.
But it also gives you enough tools to kind of figure out different ways to get there too.
So in your experience, having obviously played it a bunch, considering it's a new release, are games different enough that people are going to want to come back and keep playing this multiple times?
100%.
Okay.
100%. I've got a friend group of mine that they love playing our Hogwarts battle game and our D&D Clue and stuff like that. So I'm like, hey, I put the Rising games out and we played a bunch of Thanos in the Star Wars game because it's only available in I'm like, oh, I have a copy.
Yeah,
so I'm like, hey, here's the Harry Potter one. And one of my Harry Potter fans, she's just like, oh my gosh, let's play. We died right away. And she's like, we're doing it again, and then we booted up and totally rocked through it. And then next morning she was like, "Yo, so when are you coming over again so we can play Death Eaters Rising?" And I'm like, "Oh, that's great." So and it's fun because I had a whole mechanic I was trying to do because the Weasleys, if you have more Weasleys, you get to roll more dice.
Oh, okay, makes sense.
So that was pretty cool. And then I was like, oh, she had a whole mechanic where the more wizards that have the wands, they get other abilities too. And so that was her kind of strategy. She was trying to get those kind of characters. So it really kind of does change up. And there's certain heroes, villains, and Death Eaters that will attack locations or attack you.
Gotcha.
So in the first game where we got like just our butts kicked, we had both heroes or both Death Eaters that attacked the same location.
Okay.
So every time Voldemort came on their spot, the location was getting nailed twice, and it was just like, oh, we got to get one of them out. And they were just hard enough where we couldn't with our starting heroes. Mm-hmm. So it was just like, well, hopefully we don't roll on him. And then it's like, 8 turns later, he's just like boom, 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 boom. And we're like, oh well, yep, that's how that works. So, but it was good though.
Yeah, no, it looks, like I said, the box looks great. The cards, the art on all the cards looks fantastic. It's got custom dice as well.
Yeah, what's kind of fun too is all the wizard cards. They kind of based with the same shape as the Chocolate Frog.
Oh yeah, look
cards.
at that. I see that. Yeah.
So they have that kind of fun feel to it. It's all movie art, but the way that we've been able to play with it and give it more theme on the cards, they look fantastic. So it's really good.
Yeah, no, all right. So this is also out now. Lots of good stuff. I mean, just real quick, before we kind of close out the overall interview, what other new products have you guys come out with this year so people can know what to go pick up?
So we've got a lot of cool things. So we announced our Games Workshop partnership this year with Talisman. So we have Batman Talisman and Kingdom Hearts Talisman. So if you like Kingdom Hearts and then Batman, those are both great.
Sure.
We covered our Die Hard game, which is fantastic. We have our Toy Story Obstacles and Adventures game.
And that is
it's a new deck building game.
Okay.
So you're playing as Woody, Buzz, Jesse, Rex, and Bo Peep. Okay. And then you're playing through the 4 animated films and then the 2 shorts.
Okay.
So they have a Halloween and a holiday special stuff. So that's a lot of fun. We came out with our Geek Out Disney game, which we were just talking about that. And that's out in stores now. And then we also just released Codename Simpsons.
Okay, very nice.
So that's super cool.
Series is pretty sweet.
Yeah. So we've got a lot of fun games that are out and rocking. So check out our website on theapp.games. You can go on social media and find us there too.
There'll be links down in the description.
Yeah. And then all of our games are in stores now. So wherever you buy games, go check it out.
All right.
Awesome.
Well, again, thank you again for the interview.
Happy to do it, man.
And I'll see you guys at the next one.
Sounds